Drunk Tank Pink, and Other Unexpected Forces That Shape How We Think, Feel, and Behave by Adam Alter is an exploration of the subtle and often unnoticed environmental factors that influence human behavior. The book delves into a wide range of topics, including the psychology of color, the impact of music on mood, the effects of social norms on decision-making, and the role of design in shaping our habits. Throughout the text, Alter draws upon a wealth of research and real-world examples to illustrate how seemingly innocuous environmental cues can have profound effects on our thoughts, feelings, and actions. The first chapter of Drunk Tank Pink introduces the concept of choice architecture, which refers to the design of environments that influence our decisions without explicitly telling us what to do. Alter explains that choice architecture is everywhere, from the layout of supermarket aisles to the default options in online forms. By manipulating these environmental cues, businesses and organizations can nudge people toward desired behaviors without resorting to coercion or manipulation. One example of choice architecture Alter discusses is the use of opt-out versus opt-in systems. In an opt-out system, individuals are automatically enrolled in a program or service unless they actively choose to opt out. This is often used for things like organ donation or retirement savings plans. Conversely, in an opt-in system, individuals must actively choose to participate. Alter cites research showing that opt-out systems are much more effective at increasing participation rates, as people are more likely to do nothing rather than take affirmative action. Another example of choice architecture Alter explores is the role of physical environment in shaping our habits. He discusses a study in which researchers manipulated the size of people's plates, serving some participants larger portions and others smaller portions. The results showed that those with larger plates tended to eat more food, even when presented with the same amount as those with smaller plates. This suggests that the physical environment can have a significant impact on our behavior, influencing us without our conscious awareness. The second chapter of Drunk Tank Pink focuses on the psychology of color and its effects on human behavior. Alter begins by discussing the work of psychologist Alexander Schaus, who conducted a series of studies in the 1940s investigating the impact of different colors on mood and behavior. Schaus found that exposure to red increased heart rate and respiration, while blue had a calming effect. These findings have been replicated in numerous studies since then, and they form the basis for much of our understanding of color psychology today. Alter goes on to discuss how different colors are associated with specific emotions and behaviors in various cultures. For example, in Western societies, red is often associated with danger, passion, and excitement, while blue is associated with trust, calmness, and stability. In contrast, in some Asian cultures, red is associated with good fortune and happiness, while white is associated with death and mourning. The author also explores the use of color in marketing and advertising. He cites research showing that people are more likely to buy products displayed on red backgrounds, as the color is associated with excitement and urgency. Conversely, blue is often used to create a sense of trust and reliability. Color can also influence our perception of time. Alter notes that studies have shown that red can make time seem to pass more slowly, while blue can have the opposite effect. The third chapter of Drunk Tank Pink examines the impact of music on mood and behavior. Alter begins by discussing the role of music in evolutionary theory, positing that our ancestors' ability to make and respond to music was selected for because it facilitated social bonding and enhanced reproductive success. Today, music continues to play a central role in human social behavior, influencing everything from mood to sexual attraction. The author goes on to discuss the effects of different musical genres on mood and behavior. For example, research has shown that listening to slow, quiet music can reduce heart rate and blood pressure, while fast, loud music can have the opposite effect. Music can also influence our perception of time. Alter cites studies showing that people tend to feel that time passes more quickly when they are listening to music they enjoy. In addition to its effects on mood, music can also influence our behavior in specific contexts. For instance, Alter discusses the use of background music in retail settings, which has been shown to affect shopping behavior. Retailers often use music to create a particular atmosphere that encourages customers to linger and make purchases. Similarly, music is used in many workplaces to enhance productivity or create a specific emotional tone. The fourth chapter of Drunk Tank Pink focuses on the concept of social norms and their impact on human behavior. Alter defines social norms as unwritten rules that govern behavior in society, and explains that they play a crucial role in shaping our actions and decisions. He draws upon the work of psychologist Solomon Asch, who conducted a series of experiments in the 1950s investigating how people conform to social norms. One example of social norms in action Alter discusses is the phenomenon of pluralistic ignorance, in which individuals believe that their own behavior is atypical or inappropriate, even when it is actually quite common. This can lead to situations where people engage in behaviors they would not normally choose, simply because they believe that everyone else is doing it. Another example is the use of social norms in marketing and advertising. Companies often emphasize the prevalence of a particular behavior or attitude in their target audience as a way to encourage consumers to adopt that behavior or attitude themselves. For instance, cigarette advertisements in the early 20th century often featured images of glamorous, sophisticated people smoking, implying that smoking was a desirable and widespread practice. The fifth chapter of Drunk Tank Pink explores the effects of design on human behavior. Alter begins by discussing the work of environmental psychologist Roger Ulrich, who conducted a study in the 1980s investigating the impact of hospital design on patient recovery times. Ulrich found that patients in rooms with windows and views of nature recovered more quickly and required fewer pain medications than those in rooms without windows. The author goes on to discuss the role of design in shaping our habits and decision-making processes. For instance, he cites research showing that the placement of food items in supermarkets can influence what we buy. Items placed at eye level are more likely to be purchased than those on higher or lower shelves. Similarly, the design of office spaces can affect employee productivity. Open-plan offices have been shown to increase collaboration and innovation, while private offices can foster greater focus and concentration. Alter also discusses the use of nudges in design, which are subtle changes that influence behavior without explicitly telling people what to do. One example of a nudge is the use of footprints on the floor of a staircase, which encourage people to take the stairs instead of the elevator, by making the stairs seem more popular and desirable. The sixth and final chapter of Drunk Tank Pink returns to the concept of choice architecture and its implications for society. Alter argues that while choice architecture can be used to promote positive behaviors and outcomes, it also carries the potential for abuse. He discusses the ethical considerations surrounding the use of choice architecture, such as the balance between individual autonomy and collective welfare, and the potential for manipulation and coercion. The author concludes by advocating for greater transparency and public awareness of the role of choice architecture in shaping our lives. He suggests that by understanding the environmental factors that influence our behavior, we can make more informed decisions and resist the unintentional influence of designers, marketers, and other actors who seek to shape our actions for their own purposes.